and I find when I say it in the Dutch, I think the boys are a lot calmer. I think I got made captain and got sent off twice in my first 3 games, and I believe now I'm playing some as good football as I've played in my career.
Lee, thanks for joining me on Football-Oranje.com. Welcome to your probably about millionth interview since you've joined at VVV-Venlo. Well, I want to ask you now, not just how is it going a couple of weeks in, you're a couple of months in now, how is it? How is life in the Netherlands? Have you adjusted?
Yeah, it's obviously the initial buzz obviously wears off. You start thinking more about your job and how you can help the club and help yourself have the best time here, and trying to get into some sort of routine. But yeah, we found an apartment now. My wife's living over here now, only recently, last couple of days. So yeah, we're adjusting, but it can become a little bit tiring because you find yourself not really speaking yourself. You know, you slow down, and then the boys will have a bit of crack in the dressing room, and it's predominantly Dutch or German. So sometimes you can be a little bit tired from that. But in terms of the training and the football, I've really enjoyed it. Obviously, results the last few weeks haven't been great, but I think we've covered all the top half of the league.
Sure. Can you speak any Dutch yet?
No, not really. No, I've had a few lessons with a few of the boys, and there's me and 2 German lads, but it's quite similar to German. But
yeah,
for me, I'm picking up words, and I'm trying to say more on the pitch, left and right. And
go on, what can you say?
Well, links and rect, you know. Cats, they say, for like a bounce pass. So and I find when I say it in the Dutch, I think the boys are a lot calmer because they're used to it, where if you're shouting in stuff they don't understand, like set me, or it can become a little bit, you know, jumpy. But no, like I say, I'm having a lesson once a week, and everyone speaks such good English. It's going to be difficult, but I'm trying. And if I pick by the end of the season up, if I pick up, you know, I can say good morning and how you doing and whatever. But yeah, just see how I go with it, and I'm trying anyway.
Nice one. At half time in your first Eredivisie game, all the players came off at half time. You were on the bench that game, weren't you? And you know, you were congratulating them and you were giving them this, that. And I was thinking, you've just joined the club.
Yeah.
You're a true leader, aren't you? Like,
yeah, I enjoy
a
it.
manager in the making, I reckon.
Yeah, I enjoy. I just naturally, I like to be part of a team, and I like to do well. And yeah, I fitted in really quick. It's the first time I've moved clubs for 10 years, and I've not just moved clubs, I've moved countries. But I naturally want to see people do well and want to help. And I'm a player. If I am on the bench, I want to see the team do well, because we train all week for that Saturday or the Sunday, and that's our main day. And yeah, it comes naturally to me, and you know, it's something I'm interested in. But it's a difficult job.
Would you ever return to England to manage, do you reckon? Is that like your first destination?
That's obviously probably going to be the goal. That's probably going to be the target to hopefully do that. At what level, I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to do my coaching badges. I'm already studying the game. I have been for a number of years, so I'm taking on board what the coaches say here. Any sessions I like, I write them down, and you know, that's why I've come here, really, to learn.
And how about a triumphant return to Sunderland? Is that the ultimate aim to head back?
That's not something that's on my mind. Obviously, I'm following Sunderland. I had the first 2 months where I didn't follow them, but now I'm following them every week. I'm following the results, because it's a team which I've spent and given so much time to, and I'm really disappointed for Jack Ross, because he's done a fantastic job there. But you know, Sunderland's goal is to go and get promoted this year, and hopefully they can do that.
Sure. I'd say you'd gained a lot of experience in your time at Sunderland, like those great escapes you had. What kind of skills did you pick up? Because you're saying you note things down now. What things did you pick up at the time from those great escapes? You know, those Gus Poyet, Big Sam, that era, Dick Advocaat.
Yeah, I think just try not to look at the big picture. You know, try and focus on small goals.
Yeah.
You've got to take your time, keep feeding on the positives, and try not to look at the table too much. Think about how you're actually playing, because come March we're going to have had another 20 games. You've got to take your time, keep feeding on the positives, and try not to look at the table too much. Think about how you're actually playing, because come March we're going to have had another 20 games, and if you're playing well, that's what gets you results. And I believe, you know, you've got to be strong in terms of remembering them goals and them little targets every week. Train well every day. Don't think about we're in this league. We need to get 6 points. That'll come, but that comes on the result of training every day and training well.
So you think that so far this season you've not been so bad and you actually deserve more points?
No,
how do you view this season so far?
I think obviously when I first came we beat Utrecht and we had a bad result at Den Haag. Then I played at Groningen here and we won the game. The last performance at PSV defensively was really good for 60 minutes, but they've got so much talent, and that's what we've been working on the last few weeks, is how we can patterns of play and enjoying the games more instead of just going out there trying to survive and trying to fight. That's they're your basics. But then you've got to show yourself in the game.
Yeah, still in the season. You just mentioned that PSV away game. When you were preparing for that game, you said in the media that it's a bit like preparing for a Premier League game. That PSV away match. How do you find the overall standard of the league?
Very good.
Obviously, it's not
very
like
good.
The whole way down Premier League, but
it's very good. It's very good. It's a top division. It's definitely a step up from where I played last year. So I felt a lot more at home in playing at PSV. I felt that was something I'd done for a long time in my career. I'd set up to play behind the ball, make it difficult for them, shut them down, when to press them, when to sit off them, covering your spaces. I felt a lot more comfortable doing that because I've played so many games like that in my career. Obviously last season in League One it's a lot more end to end, it's man to man, it's a lot of just take your chances and a bit more basketball like, but that we had to really respect PSV because they've got a lot of pace in the team, and we had our chances in the game as well at 0-0, and first goal is so important in this league.
Has anything surprised you since moving to this country?
I'm not sure about surprised me. I'm not sure about surprised me because I think I didn't know what to expect. So I don't think I've been surprised in any way. I've just thought, well, that's what it is, and I don't think I've been surprised by anything really. I've been happy with how it's gone, and the welcome I've had from everyone here has been great.
What do you make of the coaching style here as well? Because that's often something people compare when they've played in other countries. I know that like German players have said, it's not as full on in this country.
Well, we've got a mix of German and Dutch lads, and I can see the difference in the players. I can spot when I actually realise after a few weeks who's German and who's Dutch. I can see the way they go around the training ground and how they approach training, but that's maybe their culture. But no, our coach is very demanding, assistant manager's demanding, but we've got a nice environment, and I'd love to have a spell where we're winning games here because I think we could be a real good atmosphere. It's a good atmosphere anyway, but we're at a point now where we need results.
So you've got a contract end of the season?
Yeah.
You want to carry that on?
Yeah, well, listen, where I'm at in my career is I wanted something new. I wanted a new challenge. I wanted a new experience, and I'm getting that, and I want to enjoy it as much as I can.
Nice. I was going to ask you, Lee, can you describe yourself as a player in 3 words?
Committed, demanding, 100%.
Nice. Could you say who influenced you to be that kind of player to start with?
No, it's something which is obviously I've had to learn how, and I've probably got it wrong loads of times, but over the years I've went in and out of which way I'm sort of approaching games. Am I trying to be calmer? But I found where I feel most comfortable now in terms of playing football. Manager Gus Poyet helped me with that. He helped me understand and be on the pitch, really thinking about where I am, what I'm doing, and I think that's when I'm at my most comfortable on the pitch. So I've got a lot more going through my head now when I'm on the pitch than just getting around the pitch, making tackles, putting people under pressure. Them days are probably gone earlier in my career, but I'm definitely I'm thinking more on the pitch about the overall game and what's going on. I feel like my mind's working all the time on the pitch, which that's when I feel more comfortable.
Could you look back maybe on some of those matches, some of those duos you maybe had with players? Are there any of those you think, oh gosh, wish I hadn't done that?
Oh yeah. Look, I started my career with Sunderland, and I think I got made captain and got sent off twice in my first 3 games, and I look at how much I wanted to do well and how eager I was. I'm so, even in training, I want to keep pushing, and that's not always the best thing. You need to learn to pull away and ease off, and you can overwant something and you can end up doing yourself damage and doing your team damage. So I've definitely become more comfortable in myself and my football in my latter years, and I believe now I'm playing some as good football as I've played in my career.
Nice one, Lee. This all sounds really positive. I was just going to ask one more question. With your experience being a professional footballer, can you give us some of those players who've really stood out for you over those years you played with?
Played with?
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. I think he played a lot of his good football in England, but Jimmy was, in terms of demanding, like for a young kid, he really wanted you to do well. And then obviously I remember him, obviously Stuart Downing, there's so many, Gaisca Mendieta, now Wigan, Emil Heskey, Wilson Palacios, Valencia, there's so many. And then obviously Sunderland, we had like Darren Bent, Jordan Henderson, Lorik Canner, John O'Shea, Wes Brown. I've got a real good list of players I've played with and learnt from, and all good characters as well, and never anything never anything different to what you think there might be. Sometimes you think they might go about it in a different way, but they don't. They're just solid guys, and you never get phased, never panic. Just keep working, keep trying to improve, and that's the biggest thing I've probably learnt from them guys, is they don't do anything majorly different. They just keep doing it all the time.
Good to hear, Lee. Thank you very much.
Top man, mate.
Brilliant.
Enjoyed that. Cheers.